Sometimes we are faced with challenges beyond our imagination. In times like this, we must seek and encourage the best in everyone. And above all, we must never give up. Every year for 27 years, the Melbourne Welsh have run the Singer of the Year competition to challenge and inspire our best young singers. In a year where we cannot perform, in a year where it can feel like there is no way forward, in this year, above all others, the show must go on.
Welcome to the final of the Singer of the Year 2020. Melbourne Welsh Male Choir is proud to be hosting this annual event for the 27th time. Over the next 30 minutes you will hear from the choir, the adjudicators, and of course our 3 amazing finalists. We hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Bill. The show has indeed gone on, and on behalf of the choir, I'd like to thank all the entrants and the adjudicators who've made this such a high quality event again this year. I'd also like to thank the choir for remaining active and engaged during lockdown. We meet for rehearsal every week via Zoom, and we've produced 2 video performances, which together have collected more than 50,000 views online. The first of these was He Ain't Heavy, which the choir will now sing for you.
Long, long road.
my Hello. In this year of 2020, quite an historic year when most singing competitions and events have been cancelled, we were very keen to press ahead with this competition, the Melbourne Welsh Male Choir Singer of the Year, to provide this important opportunity for young singers to showcase their talents and also the chance to compete for the prize monies which will enable them to develop their skills and fulfil their dreams. The adjudication panel of myself and Jeanette Russell and 4 members of the choir have watched 20 singers perform 2 recorded performances each. Feedback and guidance has been given to all entrants, and we're very grateful to all of them for participating. We're delighted with the 3 finalists and hope you enjoy their performances and of course wish each of them the very best of luck. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our 3 finalists. David Ashton Smith, our music director, will have a short chat with each before we see them perform. Amelia Bertolini. So we're now speaking to Amelia Bertolini. Amelia, congratulations, and we loved your work. First of all, where did music start for you?
I can't really remember a time where music wasn't a part of my life. From the time I was little, my parents tell me that I always sang. And I remember, you know, jumping up on the table and always giving concerts to friends. And I think something as well is that I've always really enjoyed the collaborative process of music. I love being in the rehearsal room and bouncing ideas off people and working with others to create something special.
What about your name, Bertolini? It's got to be Italian, yes?
Yes, my dad was actually born in Italy and moved to Perth when he was only 5 years old. And my mum's Irish, so somehow that they met here in Australia. So.
Did your dad like opera?
Yes, my dad has always been obsessed with classical music, and I've actually learned so much from him. And I'm really fortunate that I had both my parents really encourage my pursuit of classical music.
What about the language? Did your father speak Italian at all?
Yeah, I love learning languages. I think it's like gaining a superpower.
You spent some time in Germany.
Going to Weimar was just a wonderful opportunity. Germany is where a lot of us are aiming for in terms of having a career. It's where most of the work is. And I'd never been to Germany before, so I really just wanted to get an idea of the scene and what it's like. And that's really what the course is for, apart from obviously staging the opera.
Tell us what you're doing at the moment and how you're coping with COVID.
It has been really challenging, I can't lie. You know, I've never had such a long period of time without rehearsals and without concerts to look forward to. I've often been told by people who have pursued careers in performance that it is really lonely, but I still am certain that this is the path that I want to take.
When the COVID is over, what do you hope to do?
I just want to jump into any opportunities and create opportunities for myself and for my friends. Art and music is important and it brings people so much joy. So the last performance that I did was up in Beechworth in opera in the Alps. They were coming off the back of that awful bushfire season and they were really wanting to open up again because so many families were affected by that time. And I really want to focus on what I can do to help communities like that. If I can volunteer and do performances with friends and, you know, help out people who have really lost a lot in this past year, I want to really focus on that.
That's fantastic. And I was at that performance up at the Alps and you really sparkled. Amelia, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for going ahead with the competition. We're all so grateful.
Thank you. Lila Levy-Jordan.
Well, now we're speaking with Lila Levy-Jordan, mezzo-soprano. You're living in Sydney, but you spent quite a bit of time here in Melbourne. Can you tell us about that time and what you were doing, please?
So I finished my high school certificate in 2014 and then immediately in 2015 moved to Melbourne to start my undergraduate degree at the Melbourne Conservatorium of Music. And while I was there during that time, I spent 2 great years with Opera Scholars Australia. It was just the opportunity to get up on stage and particularly to perform with an orchestra. It was my first time singing with an orchestra. I'm putting into practice what I'm learning at university and being supported by so many other artists and meeting colleagues and meeting people I looked up to. It was just a really formative experience in terms of my stage and stagecraft, working on stagecraft.
Lila, when did you start singing?
Oh God, young, but not properly. I didn't have a singing lesson until I was in about year 10, so until I was 15. But I'd played the cello since I was about 4 years old. Loved musicals and did a musical in about year 4 and just followed that love through. And then at a performing arts high school went, okay, I'm gonna do this properly and learn how to use this instrument that I have, and ever since.
What are your dreams about singing?
Well, for me, it's not this this thing of going, oh God, I want to be, famous, or I want to have success. I just want to be able to sing. I want to be able to sing for a living, and I want to be able to share these stories and bring people away from their lives. That's what I think music does, is music transports you.
Well, already you've fulfilled some of your dreams because you've spent some time in Paris. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, when I was at the Melbourne Conservatorium, I did a concurrent diploma in French to learn in French, write essays in French, take lessons with, incredible teachers over there and across Europe. And it was just, that final solidifying, yes, this is the right place for me.
Tell us, how are you managing at the moment in this COVID situation?
I found, while it was really tough to have a lot of things cancelled in the beginning, it was a really good time for me to take stock of, okay, what do I need to do to get to where I want to be, and focus my energy on some different languages and on the side of music that we don't think about as much, like the marketing and the finances, and just trying to educate myself so that I become the most well-rounded musician that I can be. My family got a COVID puppy. So I've got a little dog named Jerry, after Jerry Seinfeld, and we like to play with him in the backyard, and so that's what I love to do.
Fantastic. Lila, thank you so much for your time today chatting with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Gabrielle, Penny.
Well, it's my great pleasure to introduce Gabrielle Penny. Congratulations on being one of the 3 finalists in this very special year of 2020, which will go down as a historic year, won't it, for everybody?
It will.
Gabrielle, I read that you were born in New Zealand.
I was, yeah. So born and raised in New Zealand. So I spent about 19 years of my life in New Zealand.
Obviously, you started singing in New Zealand then.
Yes, I did. Ages ago, when I was about 10 years old, my parents actually put me into singing lessons. I guess because I was a bit of a performer around the house, doing lots of acting and dancing, and I was accepted into the children's chorus for Der Rosenkavalier, the New Zealand Arts Festival. So since then, I've sort of, that was my first taste on stage and couldn't get enough.
What are your current hobbies other than music?
Yeah, well, I love to stay fit. So especially during this time when we can't really go out and do much, but I've been doing lots of walking, trying to get my steps up. And I love doing yoga and fitness, and I am a professional makeup artist as well. So,
now listen, you've been overseas quite a few times already.
Yeah, so I've been over twice to Germany. I went in 2018 to Berlin Opera Academy. This was through a scholarship through the Sydney Conservatorium of Music. So I performed Gretel and Hansel and Gretel. A fantastic opera. It was a wonderful experience. And last year I went to Lyric Opera Studio Weimar, where I performed Pamina in Die Zauberflöte.
Have you had music in your family? What influenced you when you were a 10-year-old to get involved in music? Did your parents sing at all?
My dad wishes. But actually my mom has a really beautiful voice, and she was a singer when she was younger, and she used to sing in her community in Sydney. She used to do musical theatre sort of performances. So she still has a great voice. Unfortunately, that's not the path that she chose when she was younger, but yeah, she's sort of influenced me a lot.
Well, that's great. That's great. I think we all have early influences, don't we?
Yeah.
If you weren't a singer, what would you like to be?
Oh, I think I would like to work in design or something. So graphic design, architecture. My dad's an architect, so yeah, art is in the family.
All right. What are your dreams? What do you hope you can achieve?
Well, my hope and dream, David, is obviously to work full-time as an opera singer. That would be ideal. Whether that's in Australia or overseas, I'm completely open. Yeah.
Great. Thanks
Thank
again
you.
to Gabrielle Penny.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you.
Well, we've now watched our 3 amazing finalists, and what a treat it's been. Jeanette Russell was an adjudicator of the competition this year, but was also instrumental in designing and establishing the competition when it first started 27 years ago. Jeanette has had an accomplished career as a singer, teacher and adjudicator, and was for many years the head of vocal school at the Canberra School of Music. Jeanette will now say a few words about the competition and the criteria used in the adjudication.
Jen, welcome, and thank you for all the help you've given so far. Can you tell us how you got involved with this competition 27 years ago when it started?
I suggested that what was missing in the competition world for singers was a song competition at that point. Something a little different and a bit more challenging for the entrants to actually sing 2 types. And we included music theatre or a song at that point, an art song, with the aria, which tested a little bit more because basically it's my belief that anyone can sing loud. To really be able to sing, you sing songs, and that's where you learn how to sing. It's a very different experience and a very different challenge to create a character over 2.5 hours and to create a character over 2.5 minutes. So we decided on that format, and I'm glad to see it's still there. A number of the competitors didn't actually fulfill that. But my message to them would be that don't neglect the song repertoire because you cannot hide. With song, the subtleties of singing and the technique is absolutely ultimate and so important. And if you can sing a song, believe me, you can sing an aria.
What advice would you give to the winner right now?
Buy some music and smell it. There is something wonderful about the score.
Thank you, Jenny. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. Jenny, could you please announce the winner?
Thanks, Bill. It's been a great pleasure for me to be part of the adjudication panel for the 2020 Singer of the Year competition. And I'm very proud to announce the winner. Is Gabrielle. Congratulations, Gabrielle. You will receive a cash prize of $3,000. There are two runners-up, Lila, levy-jordan, and Amelia, bertolini. You will receive $1,000 each. Congratulations to all the singers that entered. It was a joy to hear.
Thanks, Jeanette. We're very grateful to David Ashton Smith and Jeanette Russell for their roles as adjudicators of this year's Singer of the Year. Also to choir members Alan Stevenson for his role in coordinating the competition, and to Will Morton for putting together this final product that you're watching now, the recording of our 3 finalists and the announcement of the winner. A big thank you to the Robert Salzer Foundation and to the many friends and members who've donated generously towards the prize money for this year's event. And lastly, thanks so much to you all for watching the Singer of the Year 2020. We look forward to seeing you all again as soon as we're able to. The boys will now sing you out with our latest lockdown performance, I Believe. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.
Even in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone that goes astray, someone will come to show the way. I believe, I believe. I believe above the storm, the smallest prayer will still be heard. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry or touch a leaf or see the sky,